Hello everyone, and welcome to the Voidcast. We're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons, and more importantly, have a lot of fun doing it. This will be the 5th session of the prologue of the Precipice of Dreams. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you've been here with us before, welcome back. We really appreciate that all of you are coming along on this adventure with us. To head stuff off, let's go to Michel, and he will talk some social media.
So we're trying to start something here with Voidcast, and we really need your help to do it. So if you like what you're seeing, subscribe on our Twitch as soon as you can. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, where we post a lot of our artwork and behind the screen pictures and stuff like that. And you'll be kept up to date to our doings. So do that. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz.
Right, thanks. Jasper, you wanted to say something about a post-show?
Yes, well, I want to do that, yes. Thank you very much. So we are going to do a post-show. It will be called Talking Void, due to a friend of us who is now in chat. He suggested that title, and I thought it was pretty good because it says it all. And this post-show might seem a bit of we are starting that very quickly, but that's because we just want to have, if you have any questions for us, we want to answer them, and we want to talk about why we are doing this, and everything Voidcast related we want to talk about there. And it will also fill in the gap between the two sessions that we'll be having, So 1 week it will be Voidcast live, and then the week afterwards we will be doing the Talking Void thingy. So if you have any questions, be sure to post them on anywhere, any of our socials, and be sure to watch us next week when we air with this. And my first guest will be Michel.
Oh, all right. It's decided then.
Yeah,
yes, it's been
it's
decided.
News to me as well, but awesome. Awesome,
I'll
sounds
check
good.
my schedule then.
Yeah.
Oh man. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks. Like I said, this is the 5th session of the prologue. We're not even in chapter 1 yet, but we are having so much fun that we just wanted to share it with you guys already. We'll do the recap of what happens before soon. But to introduce the world, Michel here made a wonderful video, which we would like to share with you guys now. So, without further ado, here it is.
Aedon. Over 200 years ago, the world trembled in the wake of the last god. When the gods disappeared, they took all divine magic with them, and the world fell into chaos. 6 years after the god fall, a new god arose. Aedon, god of the world. But the damage had been done. Even now, the world remains wounded. More and more land masses have become corrupted, leaving them uninhabitable and dangerous. Now, 5 unlikely adventurers gather, and the world will be changed forever as they journey beyond the Precipice of Dreams.
And we're back. I hope you like that. To further fill you in on the story so far, I give the word to Erik.
Okay, this adventure started in Perot, a small town in the land of Halderan. The knight, Sir Gunther, and his loyal squire Thomas posted a notice searching for traveling companions on the long road to Brentwick. Their call was answered by the playwright Lady Oddleif, the local priest and self-proclaimed cook, Brother Bowin, and Solwing, the birdfolk Everin explorer from the Purple Mountains. During their first days of travel, Our motley crew encountered a bandit organization called the Scarlet Blade. After a short squabble, combat ensued and our heroes emerged victorious, but not unscarred. The bandits were not giving up that easy, and that night, another wave of ruffians attacked the party, hoping to finish the work of their fallen comrades. Unfortunately for the bandits, the party was assisted by a great wolf-like creature who tore up the bandits with furious anger. After the encounter, this unlikely ally vanished into the woods, leaving the party with unanswered questions. The following day, the party arrived at Cabri, a town composed mostly of merchants and travelers from all over the continent. Solwing and Bowin visited the local church to enrich their knowledge of the world, while the rest of the party made their way to the Old Sword Tavern. After Bowin exclaimed his displeasure about the local practice of faith of Aedon and stepped on the toes of the local priesthood, he decided it might be better if he joined the rest of the party in the tavern. Solwing decided to stay in the church and was bombarded with all kinds of questions about the Everin race. In the tavern, the rest of the party was being observed by 3 shady characters, and when our heroes went to their respective rooms for the night, Thomas woke up in the middle of the night to find out that the shady characters broke into their room and were searching Sir Gunther's belongings, and now the adventure continues.
Thank you. Very well done. A small rectification, though. The land's called Estes. Helgeron is actually the capital of Estes.
I was
But that's fine.
so
Thanks.
close.
Yeah,
Mine is
No
on
matter, no
but
matter.
otherwise you're fine.
yeah. We'll invite someone new next time.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Replacing people already.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're in the tavern, the Old Sword, an inn actually. Bowin and Oddleif are in another room as Thomas and Gunther, and only Thomas is awake at the moment, and he sees the 2 thugs, thieves, however you want to call them. On the other side of the bazaar in the Church of Aedon, Solwing is sleeping in some acolyte's room. And that's about where you are now. So my first question to you is, what's your initiative?
Okay, my initiative.
Here we go.
Everybody has to roll. Have to roll.
Yeah, everyone has to roll because we'll do character introductions on initiative. So even Solwing has to roll.
Okay, so my initiative is Sir Gunther's initiative is 16, and Thomas' initiative is 13.
Yeah.
Oddleif's initiative is 19.
Ace.
Wing's initiative is also 19.
Sorry?
Also 19.
Also 19. Which one of you has the higher dex mod?
I have +3.
I have +1.
Okay, so we'll let Solwing go first then. Bowin?
Well, Kiss is at 14 and Bowin is at 4.
Kiss.
Kiss.
Made for love,
Kiss.
baby.
Here we go.
Okay. Set this up.
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm...
ADM, are we there yet?
Almost. Things happening.
First episode, guys. It's all... Woo!
Yeah.
But we'll get
Getting
into
nervous.
it. Thank you, everyone who's watching right now. And please stick with us while we...
I could do, like, if I'm going to start initiative anyway, and I'm probably not going to have any old sword in experience, I could do my introduction now.
Yeah, you're gonna start initiative, so feel free to Fire
so
away.
in another circumstance, I would describe my character as being an Averin, who would stand quite tall on his legs, because normally Averin are between 1 meter and 50 centimeters and 1 meter and 70 centimeters, but Solwing turns to be quite a large Averin, coming up to 171. And what is an Averin, you might ask yourself? Well, it's a humanoid figure which resembles a bird, pretty much actually, because my face, as some of the viewers might have seen, is actually the face of a bird, and I have slightly shorter legs than humans have, but my knees are crooked in the other way. I don't know how to say the word in English, but my main feathers are brown, especially on my back and on my arms. But in my chest and in my throat, I have some white feathers. I look a little bit like a bird of prey. I wear almost nothing. I have a belt over my chest and one over my middle. And actually, you would not see that at this moment, because as the others prepare for battle in the old sword, Solwing is resting comfortably in his bedroll, stretching his talons a little bit and ruffling his feathers and quietly dreaming away the night.
All right, then we're going to switch to combat view. Go. We're still in the void of no combat.
Ooh.
But I'll change that.
What will happen?
Ta-da!
Oh, nice. The bird has a bed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's sitting on the bedpost. He's not sleeping in the bed.
It was supposed to be Solwing's bed, but now it's taken by another bird. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. So we'll start off with Oddleif, who's sleeping comfortably. You're allowed to make a perception check.
All right.
But there's not much noise going on at the moment, so I think Thomas.
He already yelled something at the end.
Yeah, yelled to Gunther.
Yeah, I yelled, "Gunther, wake up!"
Yeah. Oh, so you might have heard that. So make a perception check.
Wow. I think I'm fast asleep. I rolled a natural 4, so that's going to be a 6 for perception.
6. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
Yeah, so since I'm rolled up in my blanket anyway, I don't know if I'm going to do the character introduction now or if I just should wait.
Now it's fine.
Now it's fine, okay.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be a bit weird because I wrote it. I'm going to read it just to make sure that I had everything right. And in my text, I'm standing up, but I'm actually sleeping. But you guys get the picture. So
We understand.
Yeah. All right, here I go. So the woman standing before you is tall by human female standards, about 1 meter and 85 centimeters, or 6'1" in the American thing. She wears layers of simple but well-made cottons and silks in soft gray, blue, and white colors. An exquisite gray cloak embroidered with symbols and runes adorns her shoulders, held together on her left shoulder by a disc-shaped clasp. Above the clasp is a singular black metal pauldron, shaped like the wings of a raven, and it is attached to her cloak, actually. In her hands, she holds a tall black spear, and also that blade is shaped like 2 raven wings coming together. And the circular symbol that matches the clasp is also shown on the spear. Her height and attire are not the only remarkable things about her appearance. Her face is uncommonly beautiful. Her skin is white to the point where it almost resembles porcelain. And a small straight nose is flanked by 2 bright yellow eyes. Her long, thick hair is black at the roots, but quickly turns a turquoise blue, with an occasional black streak running through its length. She carries herself in a calm and correct manner, showing her noble upbringing and time spent at court. But most of the time she looks really tired and there's a sort of sadness in her eyes. She leans heavily on her spear, using it more as a staff or a crutch than as an actual weapon. And that's my description for Oddleif. And then I guess the next one's up.
Yeah, then it's actually my turn. Well, those two guys that entered your room, Thomas, are actually quite different from each other. One clearly is the muscle of the two, while the other looks a bit more slender and more agile. So let's call him the thief and the thug. And right now it's the thief's turn. He was rummaging through Gunther's stuff, but he clearly found what he was looking for. In his hands, he holds a small chest, and he says to the thug, "Hold him off, I need to get away. Keep him away from the window." And he strategically places himself behind the thug.
Okay.
Wait, where's the window? Oh, there's the window.
The blue.
Thomas is sitting next to the window,
yes.
which is open,
okay.
which it wasn't before.
Cool.
Then it's Sir Gunther's turn.
Okay, Sir Gunther was fast asleep. Can I make a perception check to see if he awakes?
Yes.
And Thomas screamed really loudly, so... that's a 15 on perception.
In total. Then Gunther wakes up.
Okay. Well, Sir Gunther is an old knight. He has a grey beard, grey hair. His hair is combed backwardly, although he's now in his bed, so his hair is a bit messy. Normally he wears a knight's armor, but his armor looks old and worn and has seen better days. But Sir Gunther's body also has seen better days. He coughs a lot. He is clearly not in his best condition, and he relies a lot on Thomas to do the nightly business. Thomas is Sir Gunther's squire. Sir Gunther is a knight of the realm. Okay, Sir Gunther wakes up, startled. He says, Thomas boy, what is this? What's the meaning of this? And he looks to the thug and the thief. Who are these people? Thomas screams to Sir Gunther, they're trying to take something. Hold them back. Well, Sir Gunther gets out of bed. He stumbles a bit. He doesn't wear armor at this point. His armor has been doffed. So he just wears his night rug. No pants underneath. So I hope he doesn't fall over. And he says, I'll do my best, boy. He reaches out and sees if he can grab a weapon. Is there a weapon near him?
The sword is probably at the side.
Okay.
Like
he grabs his sword and he screams, for the realm! And he charges the first thug. He starts coughing again like his life's depending on it. Oh, my bones! And he grabs his chest and he barely holds up his sword, but he doesn't swing a hit. So that's Sir Gunther's turn.
Great. As we've come to expect from Sir Gunther.
Yeah, doing nothing at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Then it's Kiss, his turn. His? Her?
Yes. So, Kiss. Who's Kiss? Well, Kiss is my owl. This is my owl. See, I'm moving it. And Kiss is kind of a strange owl because he has brown feathers which are tipped green at the ends. Also kind of turquoise, I'm guessing. He's got great eyebrows, that pass beyond the sides of his face, and pointy cat-like ears on top of his head. Is quite small, only 12 centimeters tall, and as soon, he has been on watch since Bowin fell asleep, so I'll do a perception check, which is 18, and he certainly hears the yells from the other room, and because that's what he's trained for, and he starts circling the room. Woo, 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 woo. And,
can I make another perception check?
Yeah. Well, and lands on Bowin's shoulder. On his head, really, because he's still asleep, or he's waking up, but that's for another initiative, I'm guessing. So that's what Kiss does.
Okay. So Kiss makes his own perception check and decides if he succeeds or not, all by himself. It's impressive.
Oh no, sorry. It's an 18.
No, 18 is fine. You were correct, but don't assume stuff. Like there's walls between the check is not the same as it was for Gunther.
I understand. It's my DM thingy.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you get when DMs start being players.
Yeah.
They don't
I'll remember that
DMs.
next time I'm player with you. In any case, then it's Thomas's turn.
Okay, Thomas. Well, Thomas is a younger lad, 24 years of age. He wears his beard and his hair the same manner as Sir Gunther. He has a scar across his face and a couple of scars visible from his neck, and you see scars on his hands. He clearly has a troubled past, but he doesn't say much about it. He wears a leather armor, and he has a bow and a sword. And he is currently sitting in a chair because he was watching the thugs. He was suspecting that they would be robbed tonight, based on the behavior of the thugs in the bar below. So he is ready for combat. He is in his full attire, and he grabs his sword and he charges forward. He goes to stand in front of the thief and the thug, and he tries to stab him in the chest. And that's a good roll. That's 23 versus armor class.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Yeah, they're not wearing much in way of armor. They're clearly here to be quiet. Not even the thug is wearing armor, so it's a hit.
Okay, then he rolls for damage, and Thomas is learning from Sir Gunther how to be a knight of the realm, but he clearly has a troubled past, and he uses a maneuver that's not familiar to Sir Gunther. He tries to stab the thief below the ribs, and that's not a knightly way to do things. So Sir Gunther looks a bit surprised, and Thomas stabs his sword for 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage. That's not bad, but the thug has seen some battles as well and can clearly take a punch and even a stabbing in this case. He starts bleeding, but he doesn't seem all that impressed with this.
Okay, as a bonus action, Thomas yells towards the other room, "Wake up, guys! We're under attack! Come over here!"
Yeah, that's not a bonus action, but sure. That's you can do that for free during your turn.
Well, he uses his free action too.
Let's call it an inter-action.
Yeah. And that's Thomas's turn.
Right, awesome. First blood. But then it's the thug's turn, and he's clearly trying to defend the thief and trying to give him a way of escape. And but right now he perceives Thomas as being the most dangerous. So he has a sword in his hand, a short sword, and he attacks you with it. Oh. And he hits an armor class of 7. So,
7, okay. That's a miss, sorry.
Yeah, it's clear miss. You easily dodge it. And,
No, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, but
Sorry, though.
we have to make it a bit more exciting, right?
Yeah, but...
I think last time was exciting enough.
I wish you guys would have
And
seen
then it's my turn again.
If you
Not
haven't,
Bowin.
go to our YouTube channel and watch a small clip.
Yeah, but not right now. It's
No, not right now. Now watch the live stream.
we're doing important stuff here, so... Yeah, there's also a blue GM marker on the ini bar. Whatever that may mean. Question mark? Yeah, so... Let's do... Oh, wait, it's the wrong window.
Something's going to happen, guys.
If the
I think so.
I'm both excited by it and scared of it.
Yeah, you think? Yeah? Okay, then you're in for a surprise. Here it comes.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What? Solwing,
Wait.
you hear the door of your chamber opening, and at first you disregard it, but then you hear some shuffling inside, and almost sort of a maniacal laughter, but very quietly and inside, with an inside voice. He's but soon you see a shadow looming over you, and the shadow tries to plunge a dagger into you.
Oh, wow. Well, that will wake me up.
Yeah, you're already awake, so you see it coming. So you have full benefit of your armor class and stuff. That's where is he? Yeah, that's a 16
I'm
versus
really
armor class.
surprised.
16 versus armor class.
Yeah.
That's exactly hit.
Oh, really? Oh. Okay. Well, he doesn't really seem like he's used to handling a dagger. So he does 3 piercing damage to you.
That's not a nice way to wake up, but on the other hand, I'm awake.
Yeah, you jump up and he just cuts you maybe somewhere along your arm. Bleeds a bit, but I think you can manage.
So for the viewers who might have missed it, Solwing is not actually in the inn where we are staying. He's in a church at the other side of the city, also being attacked apparently.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, last time we traveled for 2 hours to this inn, so he's a long way away.
Yeah. Imagine my surprise.
No, he's not.
And saw
He's
where
across from the square.
So,
In any case, that was his turn. This guy, it's kind of dark, so you don't see it well, but there's some light coming in from the window, and it's clearly a monk here from the Church of Aedon. And he has this deranged look in his eyes. He's not all there.
Is it reminding me of the... Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. No, I thought about the conversation last session, but I wasn't there, so it isn't reminding me of anything.
No, and it's not, no yellow glowing eyes or something weird like that. He just seems, it's a human, a man. He has a bushy black beard, and he's wearing dark purple monk robes, a bit like the ones Bowin wears, and most of the other monks here inside the church.
told you.
Anyway,
the church is off.
The church in general might be a bit off, Bowin, but...
Speaking of people who are off, Bowin, it's your turn.
So I'm not off, I'm on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Okay, so hello, I'm playing Bowin, and I have my description in front of me as well, and this is how you would meet Bowin on the road, same as with Oddleif. So, the first thing you notice about Bowin is his sheer size. He's a heavy-set man, 190 centimeters tall and weighing about 130 kilos. His form is enwrapped by a deep purple robe that marks him as a brother of Aedon. He wears a silver 8-pointed star with a blue gem in the center where the eye should be. If you are a person that focuses more on a person's face, you can tell that this person is used to laughing, although lines of worry have taken a hold near the corner of his eyes. He has rough, short, near black hair and a deeply tanned skin. His brown eyes look friendly, as if he has always known you. He drags a small chest on wheels behind him, and he supports his large frame with a simple wooden staff. Beneath his robes, he has a belt that holds his white gown in place. A small money pouch and a dagger can be accessed through slits in his robe. Beneath his robes, sturdy, many times mended sandals can be seen. His deeply tanned skin on both hands and feet are signs of a life spent outside doing hard work. So that's Bowin. Right now, this is something that Bowin does. He wakes up really fast and he goes to sleep really fast. So, do I need to make a perception check?
No, I think your bond with your companion is so strong that when he's worried, you wake up quickly.
Yeah, okay. So he sits up straight immediately. Hears the hooting, doesn't really know what's happening, but gets to his feet and goes for the door, not really knowing why, but he opens it.
Okay.
10 more thugs in the hallway.
Oh.
No, I'll just reveal the whole map because I don't have much more than this. There we go.
Cool. And he steps into the hallway, takes a look right and left, and shrugs a bit. And his owl's moving with him, of course, because he's on his face, but now on his head, top of his head. I'm not placing him on top of him because then you can't see Bowin anymore. Then he simply shrugs and looks at Kiss and says, "What?" and that's his turn.
Yeah, you kind of hear a skirmish going on the other side of the door.
I do?
Yeah, there's some
yelling
in that
case,
from people being stabbed and stuff.
Yeah, they were already fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, and in that case, I
Fight!
open the other door as well and take a peek inside.
Okay, opening that door will use up your action, though.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Let's
see what's happening there.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
both doors are open now.
Doors are open. Yeah.
Progress. Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, doors can be a problem in D&D, so...
Yeah.
I shout back at our room.
Which reminds me, by the way, Thomas, is your door locked? Because otherwise he has some trouble with opening.
I did not lock the door, although I scattered a few dice in front of the door, but I notified the guys, the guy and lady across the room that I would be doing that. So there are a couple of dice on the floor for if a thief wanted to step inside.
Yeah, well, as soon as the door opened, they roll aside and you throw Yahtzee or something.
Okay.
Yahtzee on the 20-sided die, that is. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what dice he has. Thomas doesn't look at me as D&D player, but okay. Solwing, it's your turn.
Well, as you said, Solwing dodged the stab that was coming towards his chest and neck, but the acolyte actually hit him in the neck, and it's a shallow wound, but Solwing realizes that his wings could have been hurt, and, well, hurt wings are one of his least favorite things, because he needs them to fly, which also gives me the the chance to explain to the people how Averin wings work, because they are connected to his arms, but they separate at the joint of the elbow, where I still have a lower arm with hands, but coming from the elbow is a very big wing. So realizing that my wings were in trouble, I actually get a little bit angry at the guy, but know from my monk ways that you need to focus, you need to concentrate and not release your anger. So first I'm going to try and kick the acolyte in his right leg and see how that goes. I roll a 15, which would be +5, so I kick him for an armor class of 20.
Wow, nice. Yeah, he's not wearing any armor either, so that's it.
Then I cause 5 damage in total.
Nice.
And assuming that the guy reacts to his leg being hit quite hard with the talons, so maybe even some scratches there, I actually use my bonus action and my concentration to make 2 other attacks, both of them actually elbowing him in the head, and with elbowing I'm also hitting him with my wings, so be prepared.
Wing buffet, yeah.
Man, dude. Don't go stabbing birds in their sleep. Most like dog. Armor class 15.
It's a hit, yeah.
6 damage.
Right, yeah, he can take some punches.
If he doesn't go down, I hit him. I try to hit him with the other wing as well.
Well, yeah, it's almost unnaturally how much he can take, because he doesn't look that tough. And he's still standing pretty well, and he's laughing somewhere beneath his breath. He cries out in pain, but there's also something.
Well, that is probably why I'm a little bit hesitant. In my last attack, I only hit armor class 11.
Okay, that's also a hit.
Wow.
And then I add another 7 damage trying to finish the job.
But you don't.
But I don't.
He still remains standing.
Okay, that gets me off guard. I lose my focus.
Yeah, he's bleeding a lot, and he's some scratches on him, bruises now even. But he's still standing. And he just says to you, I just need a little bit of blood. Or a feather. Or a bone.
Use your leg, I say, while looking at this wound on his leg. Use your own.
But we'll go to Oddleif now.
Yes. So I'm waking up in the room while I hear the fight in the other room. I hear Thomas and Gunther screaming. I see Bowin get up and open the doors. So I immediately react, grab the spear, which is always by my side, and hop out of bed. Move my way down the hallway. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right behind. And I'll actually step into the room a bit here.
That provokes an attack of opportunity.
Oh wait, no, yeah, I can just stay here. I will stand over there.
That's fine.
Because it makes more sense, because I know where they were staying in the room. I just walk into the room and I see this scene. So my first reaction is just to grab a bit of soft sand out of my pouch and blow it in the general direction of the thieves. And I cast sleep.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! On both of them, yeah.
So that's 5d8 to see how much hit points I hit with that. 10, 19, and one more. That's 23 hit points, starting with the one with lowest amount of hit points and
The lowest
then the one
current
after that.
amount of hit points, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because the thug was damaged already, so its hit
Yeah.
points are actually lower than the thief's. The thug falls asleep. The other one doesn't. Thief.
Good job, Solwing.
Okay.
Oddleif. I always mix up these two names. Good job, Oddleif.
Wait.
Yeah, and that's it for my turn.
Yeah, for some reason I can't do anything on Roll20 at the moment.
I'm just.
Oh wait, I know why.
Oh wait, I can do it. I can do a thing. By the way, I will. Yes, I will use for my bonus action, since I'm standing next to Thomas. I will say, Thomas, stay vigilant, protect Gunther, and I give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, wow.
1d6 for the next 10 minutes.
And that's a d6 to my skill proficiency or to one of
An
my attacks, right?
ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay, nice. I will keep that in mind.
Right. Then it's a thief's turn. He looks a bit incredulous at Doug. He says, "What are you doing? Get up!" And he kicks him.
Yeah, so I'm just quickly going to check if it's if.
That works.
Should work though, right?
Yeah, sleeper takes damage. Someone can use as an action to wake.
Yeah, that's what he does. He uses
cool.
his action to wake him.
Effective.
Yeah, so he wakes up, but he's still down. And the thief still has some movement. Yeah, he tries to run around, like over here, jumps on the bed, takes a wide berth, and he makes for the window. That he uses his bonus action as well.
Okay, but he doesn't. Is he outside right now, or is he in front of the
No,
window?
he makes for the. He's preparing to jump through the window, and he has this chest under his arm. And if Gunther sees that, he kind of panics, I guess.
Yeah, he panics a lot. Hold that thief! He carries something of great value.
Yep, I was trying.
Well, it's Gunther's turn, so...
Gunther, you'll have to wait until my next turn.
Yeah, Gunther. Gunther runs after the thief, and he stands right beside him. I think he provokes an attack of opportunity this way.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, but the guy is on the ground.
Right?
Yeah, okay. He tries to grab Gunther.
Yeah.
He does. Oh wow. You have disadvantage, right? If you're making melee attack while prone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No. Not a melee attack.
Yeah, the creature has.
You don't have disadvantage.
Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. So that's. Oh wow. Still, it was a 20 and 18. So.
Yeah, he's just
not the
wearing
critical
a nightgown, so you grab.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a hit. It's arm class 21 because he's unarmed at the moment. But he does grapple you, and he tries to hold you back.
Okay, do I make an opposed check, or what do I do with grapple? We play.
You make a contested check, strength versus your strength or dexterity, athletics or acrobatics, whatever suits your fancy.
I'll do my athletics. Oh yeah, okay, that's a 10 in total.
That's not gonna be enough. So he holds Gunther by his leg as he tries to storm after the thief.
And Gunther just falls over and falls flat on his face. His sword clatters across the floor, and he's now grabbing for his leg. Let go, you ruffian!
Cool. You can use your action now still to escape from the grapple, because you haven't used an action yet.
Then I use the action to escape from the grapple. Can I use the rest of my turn to move?
You may have to make a check, I think.
Yeah, it's another contested check.
Oh, another contested check. Okay.
And afterwards you can still move,
that's 20.
20 in total, or?
20 in total, sorry.
Then bad news. You're not going to win it.
Damn it. Okay. Well, he's still grappling with, trying to get his leg free.
Yeah, the guy is pretty strong.
Okay.
Well, he looks it anyway, but now you feel it too.
Okay. Well, that's my turn then.
Then we go to Kiss.
Okay. So, Kiss is... what's Kiss going to do? He stays on the shoulder of Bowin and just hoots with him. And takes in the view.
Hoot hoot.
But doesn't really act in any other way. Yeah, stays with Bowin.
All these damned passive characters.
Alright, then it's Thomas' turn.
Okay, yeah, Thomas sees the urgency of the thief trying to get out of the window. And Thomas makes for the thief, so he runs after the thief and tries to grapple him.
Yeah, man, just go full American football, what is it, linebacker, whatever, just...
Yeah. He goes in, jumping.
It's rugby, mate. They're not wearing any armor, so it's rugby.
Yeah, but he tries to grab the thief and tries to pull him back in, or tries to hold him from escaping.
Sure, make an attack roll and then opposed.
Okay. Ooh, that's low. That's only 13 versus armor class.
You could add your D6.
That's a hit.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Oh, man.
It's a hit.
It's a hit. Oh, okay.
But then you need to do the opposed, the grapple check. So it's an athletics check for you, and for me it's an acrobatics check. At least that's what I'm gonna do.
So come on, athletics, don't let me down. That's a 4.
No. It's not that he's slippery, it's just that you suck.
Here we go again.
He doesn't roll that high either, but okay. He still gets away. At least he's not held by you.
Okay. Sucks.
Then it's the thug's turn. He stands up, picks up his sword as well.
So he lets go of Gunther?
He lets go of Gunther, because he goes for Thomas now. And he tries to swing at him with the sword. Or stab at him, because it's a short sword. It's an armor class of 12.
Yeah, that's a miss, sorry.
You are wearing armor though, right?
Yeah, Thomas is wearing armor.
I think he's the only one.
That's armor because he was anticipating a nightly visit.
Yeah. All right, nice. And then we go to the acolyte. He looks at you, Solwing, with extreme greedy, I guess. And he takes... No, he's a bit taken aback by you and your full-on assault on him. But he starts to mumble something, and beneath you, there's a circle on the ground. Although it appears, it's kind of blackish, bluish. And you can make a dexterity saving throw if you want.
Let's want that, please. Yes. I think the end result will be 20, but let me double check.
What's going on, man?
Dexterities.
So you needed a 25, so.
Yeah, that sounds like a level 2 encounter. You're right.
Yeah.
People wonder why they die in your adventures.
It's an 18.
18.
No, it's 20 total.
20 total. That's fine. You see that circle appear around your feet, and you instantly realize this isn't good, and you dodge to the side, and this roaring pillar of flame goes up from that circle. I say flame, but it's not yellow or red. It doesn't give off any light. It's like black, blue, almost smoky fire, but it roars like fire.
Definitely magic.
Oh, definitely magic. Yeah.
I hate it when people throw magic.
And he screams frustrated. Ah! Stand still. And then it's Bowin's turn.
So Bowin says to Oddleif, so is this where we take action?
Yeah, stop the thief.
Okay. And he walks inside.
You can notice that Oddleif is really, after the encounters that they had, she seems really fed up with this ongoing nonsense.
Yeah. Well, in reaction to your clear command, Bowin gets a very serious expression on his face and just moves around the corner. Gathers energy in his hands. They really start to light up with this radiant sunlight kind of magic, and throws a beam at the thief. And that's a total of 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
I just love the sound of dice rolling.
So that's 16 points of radiant damage.
16?
16 points of radiant damage. Striking into the person in front of the window. Light is seemingly streaming from his hands towards the guy with the chest, and starts burning the side of his form, and maybe even more, I don't know. And Bowin has a very grim expression on his face as he does it, but as soon as the light starts to fade from his hands, his smile is back up, and he turns to Oddleif and he says, "Like that?"
You can see Oddleif has big eyes and just stares in amazement at your action.
All right, well done. Yeah, he burns, and he doesn't like it at all. But he's still standing. Was it a guiding bolt by any chance?
It was a guiding bolt.
Yeah, so the next attack roll against him has advantage.
Yeah, the next attack roll against him has advantage.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, then it's Solwing's turn.
Yeah, Solwing is still a little bit lost in concentration because he needed to dodge the magic firebolt thingy, and actually landed on Farad's bed, which is the name of the guy who actually owns this little room. But he's not there, right?
No, not at all.
No.
And where you're standing now is actually his desk, so you're stomping across his paperwork.
Yeah, then
Okay.
it needed to be done.
Yeah, sure. It's for a good cause, I guess.
Yeah, I do realize that a little bit, so I will move a little bit further because I'm also quite attached to all my own paperwork, so I can I'm not trying to mess his stuff up further than I already did. And I actually I tried to hit him again, just as I did last time. Hitting an armor class of 14, but I think he doesn't see my hit coming because whereas I hit him with my wing the last time, this time suddenly my underarm shoots up and just hits him in the face with his fist. Try to wipe the grin off his face. And
that's a hit.
Do a total of 7 damage.
7 damage. Then he goes down.
Nice.
Victory.
Yeah, then I use my remaining action to walk to the door and open the door and just scream, "Farah, Danny! Come here! Somebody's in your room!" And then I walk back and I actually go sit right on top of the acolyte guy. Just to make sure that he doesn't stand up.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Cool, nice. Well done.
Well done.
Oddleif.
Yes. So, with Bowin's incredible action, and I do feel that we really need to stop this thief now. Let me just take a quick look here. Yeah. I just hold up my hand, and there's this purple-black energy gathering around my head, and I point my finger towards the thief and make an attack roll, which goes off the table.
Doesn't count.
Which is a 19.
No.
The new roll is 19. Which is a hit, I guess.
19 is it, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, and I do 10 force damage as a bolt of energy just shoots from my fingertips into the thief.
Wow.
That's funny for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, the bolt strikes the thief and it almost knocks him over, but he keeps standing, but he's barely holding on at this point.
Ah, man.
He has the scorch marks all over him now, and it's, yeah, it is.
Sorry, guys. I failed.
I suddenly understand the 1/1 on your character sheet.
Why?
Yeah. See? And that's what I didn't want to tell you.
Yeah.
Because you know what spell you just cast. There's not many classes that can do that.
It was obviously, what is it called? Radiant Flame?
I'm a player and I'm a character, and as a player, I know.
It is. Yeah, for the viewers, these guys don't know each other's classes yet.
I don't know anything about the other guys except pretty much what the viewers know, I guess, which is how people look and what they do, the actions that they performed.
Yeah.
I know for certain that Bowin is a battle-raged barbarian, but that's all I know about you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
In any case, it's a thief's turn. And yeah, I guess he uses his bonus action to disengage and move through the window and start climbing down on the outside. You're at the first floor and he's badly wounded, so he's not in the mood to jump down this story. to the ground, so he's climbing. So you might have a chance to catch up with him with some shenanigans. Maybe not.
Also, Jasper, if you know what I just cast, then you also know it has a range of 120 feet.
Yeah, and now everyone knows, at least.
Oh my god, you're a sorcerer!
No, he's not. Gunther.
Wait until my next turn when I go into a rage. Then
Yeah. Any moment now. Gunther, it's your turn.
Okay, Gunther says to Thomas, "Go after the thief, I'll hold this thug!" And he starts coughing all over the thief. The thief just gets a full blast in his cheek, and Gunther is swinging with his sword wildly, and he seems like he lost all control. That's his turn.
Then it's Kiss, his turn.
So, Kiss is flying away from Bowin's shoulder now, and takes position behind Gunther, because Bowin knows what a weak man he is, and he just stays fluttering there in the air, almost hovering. That's all Kiss really does. That was Kiss's turn.
Cool. Thomas.
Okay, yeah, Thomas, he goes after the thief. He doesn't care if he gets stabbed in the back by the thug. Thomas runs to the window. Is the thief still in range of his sword?
No, he's climbing down rather rapidly.
Okay. Can I change from my sword to my bow?
If you drop the sword, you can draw your bow. Yeah. But first, let's resolve that attack of opportunity that the thug is making on you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe he one-shots you, man.
Yeah, you don't know. That's an armor class of 19.
Yeah, that's a hit. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
Am I?
Oh,
that's 9 damage.
9 damage. Holy hell.
9
damage.
Okay, sorry. I need to take out my pencil.
Oh, damage you do.
Okay, so I take 9 damage. I yell, "Damn it!" And then I run after the thief, still in pursuit. I grab my bow and I will try to hit the bastard. Pull back my bowstring, will lean out of the window and release. So that's a 15 versus armor class.
The hit.
That's a hit. Okay. Come on, baby. That's 5 piercing damage.
Yeah, so the thief's climbing down.
Yeah.
And you let go of your arrow.
Mm-hmm.
What happens next?
Yeah, that's 5 piercing damage.
Yeah, so what happens next?
Is he still alive? Damn it.
I don't think so, but you can describe how it ends for him.
Oh, how it ends.
You don't want to say, how do you want to do this?
No, I didn't. No, that implies that the encounter will be over after this, which it won't be because the thug is still alive.
Well, the thief, I shoot downwards, just instinctively shoot as soon as I see the thief, and I shoot downwards and I hit him in the throat at this point, and the arrow pierces his throat and goes through his chest from above.
Gruesome. He lets go of the wall he's climbing down on, and he just falls over backward and smacks on the ground with an arrow in his throat/chest.
Yeah. Is there someone still down there or not? Because there were 3 thugs in the bar below stairs.
Yeah, that window actually looks out over an alleyway.
Yeah.
And you don't see someone there just now, but there might be someone else close by.
Okay, I hold my eyes open for just in case someone tries to take the chest away from the thief. I still have my bonus action, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I heal myself for. Oh shit! That's a 1d10. Wait a minute. Then I heal myself for.
You say
5
4
hit
hit points? Oh, 5 hit points. Okay, nice.
5 hit
Four,
points. Yeah.
4, 5, 4, 5,
5
or 4.
Yeah, 4. So I'm at -4. And that's my turn.
Yeah. And this guy is completely dead. Then it's the thug's turn.
So what happened to the chest?
Yeah, that's lying there on the street now. Next, yeah, the thief is still holding it somewhat. It seems undamaged.
One of those moments where you wish you chose Featherfall as a first level spell.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah, but as you know, I'm a druid and I can't cast.
The thug seems to panic a bit. He tries to push away Gunther, and he's actually going for Bowin. He's going for Thomas, because he's in the way of the window, and the thug wants to go away from here.
Come at me, bro.
22 versus armor class.
That's a hit.
And that's 4 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that hurts.
But that's his turn. The Acolyte's gonna make a death saving throw, because it's kind of relevant, and succeeds. I don't have to tell you that.
But still, it's good.
Yeah, I think so.
And then it's Bowin's turn.
So I say to Oddleif, should I jump after him?
I don't think. Do I know that the guy is dead? Did we hear like a death scream or whatever?
No, but you hear the victory scream from Thomas. Yes,
Yeah.
I got him.
Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing no.
Okay. And so I turn around and I whack the guy who's next to me with my staff. Hopefully.
Well, it was efficient before, so.
Who knows? 15 versus armor class.
Yeah, that's it.
3 damage.
Yeah, you just bonk him on the head, and he looks at you annoyed, and he seems a bit dazed at first, but he quickly regains his composure and
I say, sorry.
Everybody
Solwing.
Solwing.
I tried to stabilize the guy.
All right,
because it doesn't seem to be nice, even if he had like this crazy brain damage moment going on to actually let him die in his own temple. So roll a 16 and I don't have anything, so that will be a 16.
You don't have any wisdom?
I do have wisdom. I roll a 16, and if I can add my wisdom, I come to a total of 19.
Okay. Yeah, then you stabilize him. You bandage his wounds and
I can,
or at least you stop the bleeding.
Can I ask another question? I take one step to the window, because this is a window, right?
Yeah, it's barred though.
Oh, it's barred by yeah. Okay, never mind. Then I know enough.
It's not actually a glass window. It's just a couple of iron bars, much like a cell.
Yeah. Okay, no, then that's okay.
Bard by Bard.
Then I just wait because I was calling for Farad and Danny to, or anybody actually to come, but I'm thinking that they need some time for that. And is just unrelated question? I'm not there, but was the thief really still holding on to the chest after falling down the story?
No, it's not clasping in his hands or anything, but he had it beneath his armpit, and it's lying there now on this where his armpit is.
I was just going to say he has a lot of attitude.
Attitude, yeah. No, it's he's not still clasping it or something. Rigor mortis that's gonna make that harder. Yeah.
Never getting it back.
Yeah, you just have to bring the corpse with you. But okay.
Yeah, that was my turn.
Oddleif.
Right. As soon as the thug steps beside me to attack Thomas, I whirl my spear around, not with strength, not with speed, but with the grace of a dancer, and I attack the thug. Which is 18 to hit.
Wow, nice. That's a hit.
And
good rolls this evening. It's nice.
Yeah. We have experienced differently.
6 damage.
6 damage. Well, yeah, you slash at him with that motion, I guess, and he kind of dodges away, but you still nick him over his chest and add another wound to the ones he already has, but he keeps standing.
Yeah, that's my
you
turn.
are wearing him down, though. It's not like he's feeling that great.
I would hope so.
Then it's the thief's turn, and he's just gonna lay there dead, and then go to Gunther.
Gunther, okay. Yeah, Gunther is out of breath. He stands, he tries to stand up, and he's leaning over. Get him! That's his turn.
Stupid knife. Well, that's not Bowin.
Kiss.
So Bowin does a or whatever, something fruity, and Bowin takes off. Bowin takes off. Kiss takes off. So Kiss has a fly-by maneuver, so he doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when he leaves any space. So that's really nice. He moves outside and hangs somewhat above the corpse of the Phoebe and starts looking around. Looking for anyone that might still be there.
Okay, you don't share senses with him, do you? Or do you?
No, he has his own perception. But I can share my senses with him, but I'm not doing that right now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, make a perception check.
So he has 120 feet dark vision, and he has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight and hearing. So,
then make it with advantage.
Yeah. And
at 120 feet distance.
Yeah.
So he rolled a 13 for perception.
13. Okay. So, well, there's stuff going on in the city. It's late. It's like 3 or 4 in the night, but he can't discern anything that's coming this way specifically.
Okay.
I just see like this big light beam come out of the eyes of the owl.
These searchlights, yeah.
Yeah. When I click Kiss, the whole map lights up, you know.
Okay. Cool. Thomas.
Okay, can Thomas grab his sword from his position that he's in right now?
Yeah, you dropped it on the floor in your square.
So can I switch my weapons?
If you
drop my bow, pick up
drop the bow, pick up sword, yeah, that's sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll do that, and I stab the thug. I mean, I hope I stab the thug. Oh, okay. That's a 24 versus armor class.
Wow.
Wow, that's not a crit.
No, that's not a crit. That's one below a crit. And I stab him. I try to stab him in the chest once again because it's the biggest target around.
He has a large chest.
Yeah, just like Bowin. And that's 11 plus 3 piercing. So that's 14 piercing damage.
14. 14.
Yeah. And if he dies, I run him through like. But that's up to you.
No, you run him through. Yeah. You impale the guy on your.
I whisper in his ear, I hope it was worth it. And I retrieve my sword.
He's gasping for air, gurgling on his own blood, so he doesn't respond that much. Or at least not that articulate.
Okay.
And he just
I
falls to his knees and falls over, flat on his face on the ground.
Okay. I clean my sword on his clothing. I resheath it, and then I look outside and see if the thief is still there without company, other than a bird.
Yeah, that's a lot of actions for one turn, though.
Okay, well, that will be my next course.
But I guess we can. No, let's continue on. So then it was his turn, then the acolytes, and Bowin. Your turn. Bowin?
Bowin, your mic is muted.
Yeah, sorry. So Bowin is a bit hesitant. He seems to be focusing on the body that's in front of him and doesn't know if he should do anything about the dying guy. And he really seems to be missing some sort of incentive of what to do. But he decides that he will kneel down beside the fuck and start stabilizing him.
Okay.
So,
make check. Yeah. Medicine check or wisdom.
Okay, so that's a 10.
I'm not sure. Was it 10 or 15? That's enough.
Stabilizing checks.
Stabilizing. I think it is.
So yeah, for the viewers who just came into this, we just had our third fight overall in this party, and healing our enemies has been a recurring thing. Stabilizing and healing our enemies.
Oh, he's stable now.
For some of us.
How do we mark that?
Whereas healing our party members, not so much.
Yeah, sometimes. He's stable. You succeed.
Yeah, I sit down next to him and say, well. That's about it.
Yeah, Solwing. A monk enters your room. It's not either Danny or far out. It's just some other guy, and he looks at the scene and he asks, "What happened?"
I don't know what happened. This I don't know if he's a fellow monk of your temple, but this man was clearly ridden with insanity or madness and tried to stab me. Look here, I have this wound in my neck and I was just sleeping. But obviously he chose the wrong Averin to pick a fight with. I think he was a little bit in the head.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's alive. I tried to bind his wounds because I don't want to actually hurt or disable him. But I am quite shocked that after getting such a good offer to sleep here, that I'm attacked in my room. Don't you have?
Who is it? Let me look.
Or...
Oh, by Aedon. It's brother David. Why? Please stay here. I'll go get someone. And he runs out.
I do stay there, but I immediately gather my stuff so that if I need to leave, that I can leave without leaving anything behind. And then I decide probably that if I have time, that I'm going to do some drawing on the desk because I only need to wait anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's make use of the time, right?
Yeah, sure.
All those seconds turns.
Oddleif, what do you do?
No more. And I switch my spear around and I stab the bandit in front of my feet again.
Wow.
Nice. Okay.
That's 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's
This is an auto crit.
That's an auto crit. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's 2 failed death saving throws for him.
That's
You
9.
don't have to
That's
roll
9
for
points
damage.
of damage.
Yeah, that's 2 failed
10,
death saving
10
throws.
points of damage.
Yeah, so he starts dying again.
Bowin goes.
Don't. I look at you, Bowin. Don't.
Okay. I won't.
Thief is still dead.
But I'm very pale for my.
Gunther's still coughing? Or does he
Gunther
actually
is
do
still
something useful?
No, he tries to compose himself and said, "Well job, well done, team, well done. I'm proud of you all. Thomas, I taught you well, boy, I taught you well." Yeah, Thomas is looking over his shoulder. He says, "Thank you, master." And he pays no further attention to Gunther. He looks down in the alley. Can he still see...
Yeah, the thief is lying on the ground there. And you can see the chest.
Yeah. Are we
and you can see the owl.
Yeah, are we out of initiative right now?
No,
No, still in initiative.
I'm not done.
Start climbing down, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
your turn?
is it Thomas's turn or
No,
Gunther's
it's
turn?
first it's Kiss's turn.
Okay.
So Kiss goes down to the body of the thief and settles on its head.
Okay.
Well, can he look around again, or?
Yeah, sure.
With advantage.
Okay.
Wow.
This isn't rolling that well.
At 120 feet distance.
Yeah, maybe there's too much background noise. And he can't filter it out correctly, but he doesn't hear anything.
I think so. He's so small, and all these things are obscuring his surroundings, and he's just being cute.
Okay. Then it's Thomas' turn.
Okay, yeah, Thomas picks up his bow, and then he goes out of the window, grabs the rope, before he goes out of the window, grabs the rope and starts climbing down. Can I make it all the way to the bottom, or...
What rope, though? There's
was
not a
still
rope.
Oh, there wasn't
No.
a rope.
No, they just scaled the wall.
Oh, they scaled the wall. Okay, then I try to scale the wall backwards.
Okay. Make either an athletics or acrobatics check. Your choice.
Okay.
Spider-Man,
Yeah, it will
Spider-Man.
be an
Does
acrobatics
whatever.
check for me.
Spider-Man.
He's more the Batman type.
Well, that's a 9.
A 9.
Yeah, that's a 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my owl.
Hey, you'll be down. You'll be
Down in no
with the
time.
chest, yeah.
Yeah, you climb out of the window, and soon you realize what an idiotic plan it was, because you slip and you fall to the
Well,
ground.
it wasn't the first time, I think.
You don't fall on the owl. Let's spare the owl for now.
Let's have
You
one
take
hit
6 points of damage from the fall.
6 points of damage? Holy hell.
You just fell out a window on the first floor, man.
Now we know how you got your scars.
Oh, this is a low blow.
I'm glad you're on the other side of the town, because that was low, man. That was low. Okay, yeah, then I'm at 4, that's 8, that's 14. So I have another 7 hit points left.
That's enough.
As soon as I hit the ground,
Only need one.
Yeah. As soon as I hit the ground, I try to scramble up and compose myself. Nobody was watching, so this didn't happen.
I think the owl saw it, but maybe not.
Just doing that.
Not doing well.
That went exactly as planned.
Then it's the thug's turn, and he's gonna make a death saving throw, which he fails and dies.
So Bowin sees this blood. Well, what does the blood do? Spitting out of his body, and he gets paler and paler while he watches this.
Yeah, Oddleif just stares at the body. Her spear, the spear point is still it's still in the guy. It's just she's holding it like that.
Yeah, you drove down so hard it's still in the wooden floorboard as well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So Sir Gunther sees the discomfort in Bowen's eyes, and he says, "Just imagine it's tomato soup." You're familiar with tomato soup, right?
Some herbs. It needs some herbs.
Pass me the basil.
Then it's the Acolyte's turn. He's stable. Nothing happens there. And then it's Bowen's turn.
Okay, so I close my eyes, and instead of looking out from my own eyes, I start looking out of Kiss's eyes. And I just keep watch while I sit in the corner of the room and go around with Kiss's eyes to see if I can see something using his side.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you another perception check.
Yeah, I think it's normally you would still use his side. So yeah, you use his side. So I won't.
Yeah, but for now it's fine. It's as long as we know that normally you would. But
11 with advantage, double 8s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really
Yeah.
wow.
see, it doesn't matter if I grant you extra rolls. You just
But I'm just looking out of his eyes also to, so I don't have to look at what's in front of me. Just keep watch that way. Yeah.
You're kind of distracted now. Feeling nauseous. Anyway, Solwing, for the next 6 seconds, nothing happens. Oddleif, it's your turn.
I keep staring at the dead body in front of my feet while my spear is still. Maybe I lift it up a bit and drive it back down again.
Wow. Okay.
I
excessive.
seem not quite there. I'm just staring at this thing in front of me on the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
Deep in thought.
Okay.
We're both going catatonic over this body for different reasons.
It's been 18 seconds, so...
Another guy appears and comes walking along around the corner. And he sees Thomas and immediately draws a blade and charges him.
Wrong button, Thomas.
He rage quit?
Yeah.
Sorry. I rage quit. Sorry.
Okay.
Missed that last part. He sees Thomas and he
draws his weapon and charges at you. He has 2 daggers.
Oh, I'm still... Oh, God! Can't you wait for 5 seconds? I need to catch my breath.
No. The first attack hits an AC of 10.
Nope, that's a miss. Thomas nimbly crumbles out of the way.
The second one hits a 16.
Yeah, that's a hit. So he tries to stumble out of the other way, but he doesn't have any space left. There's a bird right next to his face.
You take an impressive amount of 3 piercing damage.
3 piercing damage. That leaves me at 4 hit points.
Man, how many hit points do you have, man? Jesus.
4. You just said so.
Yeah, currently. But I feel like he's been hit the entire evening, and he's still...
Yeah, I am. I'm pounding on him.
Yeah,
Don't worry. I'm
when
there.
you play a paladin, you have so much hit points. So
Now you're a paladin.
Yeah.
always keep him guessing.
Down a bit.
So?
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Isn't his nameplate showing? Oh.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah.
There we go. Alright. Gunther.
Jump out of the window, man.
Gunther?
Gunther is. Do I hear the rockers from down below? The rockers from down below.
I'll leave that up to you.
Okay. Well, Gunther isn't aware of the rockers down below, and he moves over to Oddleif, and he says, "There, girl. Let it go. The first 2 times or 3 times you kill a person, it's always hard." And he tries to, He with one hand, he lays it on her shoulder, and the other hand, he grabs her spear and tries to pull it out with her help, and tries to calm her down.
Okay.
Still in his nightgown.
Difficult. It was easy to kill this man. I mutter underneath my breath.
Okay.
Okay, and that's his turn.
Kiss.
Kiss does an woohoo and flies to the other side of Thomas.
Okay. Then Thomas.
Okay. First thing Thomas does is, guys, need a little help. There's another one. And then he tries to stab the bandit with his rapier. That's 14 versus armor class.
That's it.
Sorry, 15 versus armor class.
That's also a hit.
Okay, and he does an impressive amount. Oh, wow! He does an impressive amount of 11 piercing damage.
11. Wow.
Rolled a 4.
Okay.
This guy is clearly not as tough as the other one, but he's still standing.
Thomas also, he has a small shield always with him, so Can he hold up his shield, or is his shield still in the room?
I don't think you
I
brought
didn't
it
specify
with
that,
you
so-
now. Because you climbed down a wall, or at least try to, and
Yeah,
holding
okay,
a
so
shield.
don't have the shield with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, doesn't matter.
Bowin, you hear that there's more going on outside, and you see it as well. So.
Well, that really ends right now. But as it does, I start casting a spell. And Kiss uses his reaction or to touch his beak to Thomas's shoulder.
Mhm.
And I cure him for 9 hit points.
Okay. I clearly don't understand what a bird is doing, so I... No!
Yeah, but your wounds start closing, man. Your wounds start closing.
Feels good though. Yeah.
I'm totally not aware of it, so I just think the bird is being pesky. Sorry, how many hit points was it?
9.
9 hit points. Oh, wow.
That's good one.
That's a very good one, yeah. So I'm back up to 13 hit points.
Okay. Then we quickly
Want
go
to be
to
MVP.
Oddleif.
Thanks, man.
MVP, man. I was just going to say it. You ruined it by saying it yourself. You shouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
you
shouldn't
never
do
call
that.
yourself an
Now you're not
MVP.
MVP anymore.
Yeah.
Now
Too
it's
bad.
Solwing. He's holding down the fort by himself.
Oddleif,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
It's
I'm
my
skipping
turn.
over Solwing now. Yeah.
Okay. So I hear the ruckus. I step over the body. Gunther actually helped me bring me back to my senses a bit. I have a very determined look in my eyes, and I step over to the window. I look down. Do I see the?
You see the bandit.
Do I see the guy?
Yeah.
So this black purple energy again gathers around my hand, and I point my fingers towards the thief or thug in the middle of the street, and I shoot another blast at him. Hits armor class 13.
That's enough.
All right, that's 1d10 damage. Again a 10.
10 damage.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. Like it has a symbol instead of the 10, so I just made sure, but it's really the 10.
I believe you.
because
You don't have to just.
the one is over here.
It's, I trust all of you guys.
Yeah,
There's
10,
a reason we
10
didn't
force damage.
go for digital dice rollers.
As the purple black energy just shoots down and hits him square in the chest.
Yeah, he shocks a bit, almost as if he's being electrified, and you see some burn marks on his clothes and his face. But he's still standing, but barely though. Gunther? No, it's his turn. Sorry.
Your mic,
My mic?
Jasper.
Oh.
Oh, Jasper's.
Sorry, yeah. They are tough. What I was
They
saying.
are. First attack is 15 for his arm class against Thomas.
To me? Oh,
Yeah.
15. Yeah, that's a hit. I don't have my shield.
Oh,
Luckily, I have
it's the wrong
13
one.
hit points.
And he does 4 piercing damage.
4 piercing damage. Ha! Can take
Who would have thought that the owl turned out to be the healer in our party?
Yeah.
Thomas just now realizes that he has more life in him left than he should have. And he looks questioningly to the owl. Did you do that?
The owl says,
Yeah, okay, but the thief comes in for another attack, so you might want to defend yourself instead of looking at owls. Because he hits an arm class of 16, which is also a hit.
Yeah, that's another hit.
It's another 4 damage.
Okay, I am down to 5 hit points.
I do want to note that if the owl hadn't been there, then this would have
would have
been
been
2
dead,
failed
yeah.
death saves.
but that's
But
why
that's-
the owl is there. So
Then it's Gunther's
Still
turn?
standing. Thomas's turn?
Gunther's.
Oh, Gunther, yeah.
So
So
if you can skip over
Gunther,
that, maybe.
Gunther is picking himself up and he says, "Can I help you guys with anything? Anything at all?" And he stands there in his nightgown with just a sword in his hand, a bit shaking. And
We got this. Maybe warn the inn that we're under attack.
yeah,
Maybe-
that's something I can do. And he runs to the hallway and tries to find the stairs down. Tries to find.
Well, at least he's going the right way this time, so yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
good
the
for
church
just
here.
run straight out of the window.
Kiss.
Kiss is settling down on Thomas's shoulder.
Cool.
But I'll keep him there.
All right,
Just to-
then
Okay,
it's
well.
Thomas' turn.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So Thomas, he's going to try to stab the bandit again. And now is a question: is Kiss counting as an ally within 5 feet?
Yes.
That's the rule.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Thomas
Let's
makes
go with
his
yes.
attack.
An OP.
No, my frame did not freeze. Okay, it's another one's turn.
Oh, really? Bam.
Just roll the one.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Natural
Death
one.
weapon as well.
So as soon as I want to try to make my move and look all heroic and stuff, a bird lands on my shoulder. I'm like, whoa, what? I'm a bird.
What's it? Okay, Bowin.
So I do the same trick again. Wait. This time I walk outside and go to the window. Just take a look. And I, after I take a look, Kiss. He picks Thomas again, and I cure him for 10 hit points.
Whoa! Wow. This bird, man. This bird.
Yeah,
This
it's
bird
not
is
me.
the word.
It's not me at all.
Yeah, this party needs more owls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bird's the word.
Okay, so now Thomas actually knows what's going on, and he says, "Thanks, bird."
Oddleif.
He high fives the bird.
yeah, high fives the bird.
Oddleif. Your turn.
Yeah, seeing that the guy still stands, same thing again. I feel this power, and this purple black energy surrounds my hand. I again point my 2 fingers at him and shoot a beam, which is cocked. Again, 13 armor class.
Again, a hit.
8 damage.
Okay, I'll say it now. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, well, the beam just goes straight through him, and that's that. Nothing fancy. Just point my fingers. The beam shoots out, goes straight through him.
That
see
goes
this
straight
burn
through him.
hole-
It's
this
impressive.
burn
on
hole
one
in
side.
his chest as he falls down.
That's nice enough. He falls down and
I don't.
It's
actually
dying.
know that,
Bowin.
but
and with that, we will leave initiative.
Bowin falls down as well.
And I'm gonna suggest we take a short break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Combat ended. So
wow, that was a tough one.
Yeah. But we'll be back in 5 minutes. So see
Right.
you soon.
Yeah.
Guys, stay tuned. We'll be back.
And we're back. So, combat has ended. What do? Where
I'm
should we
staying,
start?
I'm just lying on the ground unconscious.
What?
Yeah, Gunther is.
I
Right.
fainted.
Oh, you fainted.
You
Okay,
fainted.
I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
As the heavy thud, as I hear the heavy thud behind me, because of Bowin hitting the floorboards, I look around, confused, and I walk over to him and see whether there's anything wrong with him. Yeah.
Well, I'm breathing heavily, and I'm just a bit out of it.
I'm doing a medicine check. I'm just checking, making sure everything's all right. 20.
20.
Yeah.
Well, now you're rolling.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
Jasper, you want to fill him in yourself?
Well, I'm just breathing heavily. I'm looking very pale, but I seem to just have fainted. There's nothing really.
Okay.
I have no wounds on me or anything. Yeah.
Okay. Gunther ran down the hallway.
There's a lot of stuff happening at once now.
Yeah.
Solwing's still waiting on some priests to return. Gunther is going down towards the common room in search of someone who can help. Oddleif and Bowin are still inside, while the Kiss and Thomas are outside. Outside, the Thomas sees two guards patrolling at the end of the alley. It's a bit further away, and they don't seem to notice you, but you can flag them down if you will.
It's my natural instinct not to alert the guards, but I think about everything Gunther taught me. I do grab the chest before I call the guards over, and I yell, "Guards, over here!"
Well, they immediately hear you. They look into the alley. They don't see you right away, but they walk towards it.
Waving.
And they spot you pretty soon, and they come rushing over.
Okay.
What's going on? One asks, and he looks behind you and sees the man the two thieves lying on the floor.
Yeah, I say, well, these persons, I want to say guys, but are they both men?
Yeah, they're both men.
Okay. These men tried to attack us while we were sleeping. I come from the inn and I point towards the open window. We were sleeping in the inn, and these two guys and another one of their partners tried to attack us in the night. Luckily, we were prepared, but yeah, you might want to investigate this further.
Wait, are they still alive?
No, I think they are both dead. They tried to stab us and kill us, so I defended myself, and my comrades defended themselves also, so...
Okay, you go check it out, he says to his companion. And he goes to the corpses. Mm-hmm. Is the bird still there?
Yes. I think he's still on my shoulder. Yeah.
Well, that startles him a bit, and but he soon approaches the bodies, and he checks them for any signs of life, and he looks back at his companion and just shakes his head. And then he walks back and says they're both dead. Okay, so we got a crime scene here. Let's head into the inn. You come with me. What's your name?
Thomas,
you come with me into the inn, and we'll try to sort things out. My companion here will remain with the bodies, and we'll investigate what happened here this night. So follow me, please.
I just follow the guards. I do what I'm instructed to do.
Well, you come inside, and he just points at the table and says, sit over there.
Okay.
The patron there is still cleaning from the evening before, and he looks up and... What's going on? And at that point, a barely breathing Gunther comes down the stairs and enters the common room.
Mm-hmm. Still in his nightgown.
Still in his
Sweating
nightgown,
like an ox.
completely out of breath.
These ruffians, they try to attack us, Gunther exclaims between breaths.
He one of you? The guard asks Thomas.
Yeah, he's one of me. He's my master. He's Sir Gunther, the knight of the White Rose.
The knight. Okay, the White Rose, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Might make some stuff easier. Please, both of you have a seat over there. And I'll be right with you.
Gunther looks with a measurement of pride towards Thomas. You did good, lad. And they go sit and sit on the table that they were instructed to sit at.
Okay. Oddleif, what do you do?
With a medicine
Meantime.
check of my previous medicine check of 20, would I know how to get somebody to come out of fainting on the floor?
Well,
Do you
good
slap
slap
him in
might
the
help.
face? Do you throw water in their
that
face?
might help. That might help. So, you slap him?
Yeah, I slap him.
Slap the cook?
awake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Radish,
slap the cook.
radishes. I need radishes.
Wake up,
and
Bowin.
garlic.
Wake up.
Oh, there
You
you are.
fainted. Are you alright? You fainted.
I have this
Did they
strange
hit you?
taste in my mouth. What?
Did they hurt you?
No, they did not. It's just that. Oh well. Now remember what happened. Okay, but that was quite something, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, 3 attacks in a row in within 3 days. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
not. It's not how the stories tell it, right?
No, this is not at all how the stories as I would write this story at least.
No, you're a far better writer than this. It's almost fiction. What's happening?
Let's get up and get out of this room. Maybe go down and see if Gunther warned the patron of the inn.
Oh, they're downstairs.
Yeah, I'm keeping my back to the body. I'm not really paying it. I'm not looking at it anymore. I'm really sort of ignoring it and blocking it out of my mind as I sort of wake Bowin up with my back towards the body, and I walk out of the room with my back towards it, more or less.
So where's Kiss? Kiss?
Yeah, he's still outside, I guess.
No, I think he went with Thomas.
Yeah, still sitting on my shoulders.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
yeah,
when he hears my voice, he will fly to me. So.
Bird.
yeah, then the bird flies away, but inside, because he just goes up the stairs.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I understand. Stop slapping Bowin. No, sorry.
What? Oh. Our first meme. Nice.
Yeah, our first meme. Yeah. Oh, I love the memes. But I start following Oddleif. Yeah.
Okay, so you all head downstairs. The bird meets you halfway. The guard is he's not sitting down with you guys. He's just stands there, waits for a moment till his companion comes in, and he says, "I've secured the scene, but we need some more men over here, so I'm gonna get a few." And the other guy just nods, and the first guy leaves again. And then he turns to Gunther, and he said, Sir
Gunther.
Gunther.
At this point, Oddleif walks towards the restroom.
First of all, it's an honor to have you here, but are you in some kind of trouble? Are you being pursued by these men?
First of all, before I go into character, do these men look like the red-sashed bandits? So what were they called?
Scarlet Blades.
The Scarlet Blades.
No, they don't have that piece of cloth around their arms. That's how you recognize them. But
I won't mention the murder spree on the road then. I say no, I don't seem to recall that I know these men. We saw them earlier. We saw a couple of shady figures in the bar earlier, and they were looking at us. My apprentice Thomas, and he slaps Thomas on the shoulder. My apprentice Thomas notified us about that we were being watched. Yeah, and they attacked us in the night. That's all I know.
Do you know why?
No, I don't. And he doesn't reveal the small chest. So Thomas is still holding the small chest. He has it in his hand. He doesn't have it above table. But he says, "No, I don't know why these people want us." Maybe.
Well, you don't have to reveal any details. If you're on a mission for the Queen, then you can just say that if you want.
It
will make the paperwork easier.
I walk back towards the conversation as I hear him say that, and do I believe him? That he doesn't know why they attacked us?
Yeah, make an insight check. Don't really like those between players, but you're asking me, then you have to roll.
That's 23.
And Sir Gunther then has to make an
deception, I think. Yeah, that's low. That's 5.
Deception or persuasion or a social one. We don't know what you're doing, right? Nudge, wink, wink.
Okay, so Oddleif knows there's something not quite right about the story, but he says, so if I say it's a mission for the Queen, you just leave us be.
Well, it's not that easy, but yeah, that will make stuff easier.
Okay, I am on knightly business, but I won't lie that I am on a mission for the Queen, because I am not.
You said there were 3 guys that attacked you. Where's the third one?
Yeah, the third one is still up in my room, and I tell him my room number. I don't know it from the session, but I tell him my room number, and I say, if you can accompany us, but upstairs, you can look at the third thug.
Yes, let's move upstairs then.
Okay, yeah, we move upstairs, and I lead them to the... Gunther leads them. Thomas falls in behind the guards.
Yeah, they... are there some of you that don't move with the group?
Well, as the first guard is passing, I put a gently touch him and say, blessings to you, and I cast guidance on him.
On the guard?
Guard, yeah.
Okay. Does he notice that? Like, does it feel...
Yeah, he feels in kind of elation when that happens.
Cool. He says, oh, thank you, brother. It is brother, right? You're wearing the purple? Yeah, okay.
Not a sister.
No, I mean, it's not father.
Oh, no, it's brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a religious man myself, but thank you. So you go up, back to your room, and he inspects the corpse, doesn't touch it. He leaves the crime scene alone, and he just looks at it, and he says, looks like he was executed. That you're doing?
Well, in a manner, but
Sure.
he dropped. I started healing him when he dropped, but then Oddleif here was
Please be quiet. Please be quiet. I'm speaking to Sir Gunther here.
Oh, sorry.
The thug was trying to get back up, and he was very aggressive towards Lady Oddleif here, and he points to Lady Oddleif.
I went upstairs with you, but then stepped into my own room.
Okay. He tried to, stab Lady Oddleif, and he points across the hall. And I interjected and executed the thug before he could do more damage.
All right, fair enough.
Am I? Wait, 1 moment. I'm near Sir Gunther. I'm listening to this, right?
Yeah, you are. The guard just shut you up, so you are clearly inside room.
Thomas walks up to Bowin before Bowin can do something, and he says, "Leave it be, Bowin. Leave it be."
I'm shaking, biting my tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. First of all, my apologies. This happened to you, Sir Gunther. We do not take this lightly, especially when a man of the Queen is attacked in our own city. So we'll get to the bottom of this. For now, I will suggest you take your rest in another room. The city will pay for it if need be.
Yeah, that's much obliged. Then we will be taking another room. Maybe this is an odd request, but could we inspect the corpses ourselves, see if we can find any clues on them? I think you can, allow that to a Knight of the Realm, right? And Gunther, he stands a bit more upright, and he tries to use his authority voice, staying sympathetic and nice to the guards, but also displaying his status as a knight.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Why do I always roll a natural 1? Yeah, it's a natural 1. Sorry.
Well, I don't roll that high either, but yes, I would appreciate if you don't, Sir Gunther. I understand your desire to do so, but you should leave it to the authorities here in Capri, because we're not the Queen's men, right? And we have our own investigation to launch here.
That's true. You have your own thing going on here.
But for now, we'll clear you from any other investigation, and you are free to go about your ways. And we'll just resolve this if you do not mind.
Could I ask you one favor, though?
Sure.
If you find out anything that's off about these guys, could you alert us and tell us why they were after us?
Of course.
Because if my life is in danger, I would like to know if I.
Well, clearly your life is in danger, but sure, of course, we'll let you know as soon as we know something.
Okay, Thomas, please gather my stuff. We will go to another room.
Yeah, so that's all arranged for you. You get another room in the inn. Still close by to Oddleif and Bowin's room. It's one over. And let's go to Solwing for a second. After some time, both Denny and Farad come back into the room, accompanied by that monk you saw earlier.
David.
No, David is lying on the ground.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, they find me quietly drawing on a piece of parchment, which I put on the desk, with all my stuff already packed.
Oh, yeah, that makes them pause for a second to see you there calmly drawing, while there's an unconscious man that just tried to kill you behind you. And then he rushes up to you and said, "Solwing, are you alright? Did he hurt you?"
Yeah, he hurt me, but not that bad. I've only got a neck wound, but...
please, let me take care of that. I'll help, says Farad.
I allow them to do that, and I just ask them, can you do that while I'm working?
Well, I would actually ask you to stop working at the moment, because Brother Dave here is still unconscious, and we need to secure him somewhere. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I was sleeping, and then suddenly I awoke, and he was sort of maddened, like the Kakaka vibe, and then he tried to push his blade through my chest, but I was able to dodge him. And afterwards, it was even more dangerous because he was able to use some very potent magic.
Oh,
He also set your room on fire.
fire.
Yeah, or dark. I don't know.
There are no marks anywhere from that spell. That's it didn't do any damage to the room or surroundings. But that other monk inspects the knife where your blood is on the blade.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at the wound and he seems to determine if your story checks out and seems satisfied for the moment.
Yeah,
and he asks Danny and Verraad, what do we do with him? Oh yeah, I think we should bring him to a priest. Maybe lock him up or something. He shouldn't be in my room, Verraad says. I mean, what's he even doing here? Did he say anything to you, Solwing?
Yeah, he said that he wanted some of my blood. And I would definitely suggest you lock him up because he seemed really crazed. And I think if he wakes up and if he's in the same mood, he will attack either you or me or anyone in his...
But David's he's such a nice guy. He's always so calm and helpful and generous. He's one of the most generous persons I know. And what do you do with your blood? Does it have some magical properties or something?
No, as far as I know, not. But I've just got normal Everin blood, like all of us.
Yeah, okay, but Everin blood's not that normal in these regions, and
well, I've never encountered this anywhere in my travels before, and nobody ever mentioned my blood having some special qualities. So it seemed more. Yeah, he was just after something. I don't know. It was strange.
Well, they start picking David up, and as they do so, he starts to wake up, and it takes him a moment to realize what's going on, and then he's just shaking wildly and says, "No, let me go. I just need a little bit. He promised me." And the other three monks just look really taken aback by the way he's behaving, and they try to restrain him with all their might and succeed at that, and they drag him out of the room, and Verraad looks behind and please stay here.
I calmly nod and I say I'll get back to my drawing, and then I immediately jump back to my position and continue on drawing as nothing ever happened.
Okay. Then let's head back to the other party. Or the party.
Yeah.
The actual party.
The actual party.
So when they were in Thomas and Gunther's room, I actually went into our own room to retrieve my breastplate. And I've been, putting that on, actually.
I mean, I understand you're all figuratively growing tired of this, but are you literally tired? Because you haven't had a full night's sleep in a couple of days now, I think. I mean, you had some sleep, all of you, but last time you slept the whole night was...
So the guards have left, or not?
No, they're in the... there's actually more guards coming in as time goes by. They're outside. You can hear them through the window. You can even see them through your own window in your room. And there's four of them at the two corpses outside, and there's two more inside Gunther's old room, including the one that you spoke to earlier.
Okay. So then I'm I'm giving. If I still see Gunther, I'm giving him a very angry look. And I go into my room. I still have my nightgown on. It's a bit splattered with blood, I'm guessing. And I lay down on my bed, and within a minute, I'm asleep.
So when he enters the room, I'm actually already. I put my breastplate on, and I'm just sitting on the bed with my back against the how you call it, the back of the bed. So I'm going to try and sleep sort of half upright. So when Bowin comes in, I just say, "I'm sorry, Bowin. I shouldn't have yelled at you."
Just 5 seconds, guys.
And
the stream seems to be down.
No?
No,
Someone
it's
check
working
the
on my
phone?
end.
Okay.
Is the stream down, people?
Refresh.
No.
Okay,
No.
that is okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
So when she says that, just before I go to my bed, I say, "Be faithful, be honest, be generous, be gentle, be courageous, be temperate, be patient, be modest, be honest." And I go to sleep.
What time is it?
It's like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I think that I did get a good night's sleep because I went to bed very early because I didn't sleep last night.
Yeah, Thomas
Yeah,
and Gunther.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Thomas and Gunther also both need their night's sleep because Thomas is now up for 2 nights straight, and he really needs it before he starts racking in that exhaustion. So when they are escorted to their new room, Thomas secures the door with his chair, if that's possible at all. And yeah, he falls asleep like a baby. And Sir Gunther, still up a couple of minutes, but also he falls asleep quite fast as well.
What did you do with the chest?
Well, we took all our belongings from the first room to the new room, and Thomas put the chest back into the backpack of Sir Gunther. He already saw the chest a couple of times, and he didn't ask any questions to Gunther. It's just Sir Gunther's belongings, and he doesn't want to mess with that.
All right. Oddleif, you're the only one that's still awake. Or
No, I'm
you go to
actually.
sleep?
I'm trying to get a full night's rest. I'm wearing my breastplate and I'm not
That's
really
not
lying
comfortable.
down.
Yeah, okay. But you all go back to sleep, except for Solwing, I guess. But he's drawing in the room.
Yeah, if I may be so free, unless something else happens, I will take about 3 more hours to draw.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming back within 3 hours, so.
Yeah. Now, well, if that happens. But what my plan is to finish my drawing because I got up early, and then be in the inn like really early in the morning because I would like better food than yesterday, and I think Bowin is the man to ask for it. So I want to be there at breakfast. That's my plan.
All right. Well, you sit there drawing for about an hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. When Danny and Verraad come back into the room, or they knock politely on the door.
And I say enter, but I look very surprised when they enter.
Well, they enter, and behind them is a guy in a blue robe, clearly higher up in the church.
Is it the same one?
No, it's not the same one you saw earlier. The one that Bowin spoke to. And he looks at you for a second, And then he goes to sit on the bed, and he keeps looking at you with a very stern look in his eyes. It's a man, about 50 years old, as a human. He has grey hair, which he neatly tied back into somewhat of a ponytail. There's no facial hair, but has a stern expression on his face as he regards you. And he asks you, would you mind telling me the whole story?
No, I would not. I was actually hoping that you would be able to tell me.
Erik's gone. 1 second.
Yep.
Where do you want me to start?
And he's back. 1 second, please. And he starts to weave his hands in the air and doing some sort of incantation. And when he's done, there's this through the room, and there's a very, very soft light hanging in the air. And he says, proceed.
Where would you like me to start? Just by the events of this evening or this morning, or?
No, I want to know about this man that attacked you and your whole experience. Did you meet him before?
Your generous offer to let me stay the night here, I actually had quite a nice conversation with Farad and Danny, and we drank some meat, and then I went to bed early. And I actually woke up just in time to not get stabbed by Brother David. I woke up probably because of the door opening, and he had this crazed look in his face, and he really tried to go for the kill. But since I'm quite agile and trained to not be killed, I was able to overpower him. And then I decided to bandage his wounds, because it seemed like he should be one of your fellow temple goers, but I was not so amused that he tried to take my life.
Yes, Brother David is an acolyte here, and he's been very well behaved in the past, so this is a bit disconcerting for us.
I can imagine.
But it seems you are speaking truth, and that no blame falls onto you. But he's been behaving very oddly ever since he woke up, and he seems really out of it, driven mad by something, and he seems obsessed with you.
Could this have anything to do with the temple not being an original Aedon temple?
No. No, this is something weird. Of course it won't have anything to do with that. Because it's no sign of Fukuno either. And Fukuno has been gone for a very long time.
Yeah, I was just wondering what got into him, because all the other brothers of Aedon that I've met so far have been very gentle and nice to me.
Yeah, he, up until this evening, he was very nice as well. He is known for his generosity here. And to see him succumb to greed that much is a bit odd, to say the least. But this obsession seems solely fixated on you. He keeps saying that he was promised body parts of you. Blood, bones, feathers, even your beak.
What? By whom?
Exactly. He doesn't say. He just says he promised me.
Does this mean that somebody's after me?
I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know where you've been or who your enemies are, but I do know that up until yesterday, Brother David wasn't your enemy.
No, and he shouldn't have been today.
No. Did you speak with him before?
No, that was the first time I ever saw him. I only spoke to Danny and Farad earlier.
You notice now that every time you speak, his eyes somehow go a bit distant, like beyond you, as if he's looking at the surroundings in the room and looking through you. But he also, after a few seconds, snaps back to you, and you feel his gaze upon you again.
Is the magic effect still going on?
Yeah.
Then I say, I hope that your magic has proven that I'm not trying to con you or anything, but it doesn't.
No, so far you do not seem to be lying.
But it does.
Can you describe the magic he used?
It was really something that I haven't seen before, and I cannot completely describe what he did and how it happened, because I was trying to not get killed by it. But he made some kind of magical gestures and incantations, and then I almost got fried by, which seemed to be like a fire column, but dark and, I mean, almost black with purple fire. I believe that
Blue.
Blue.
It was blue.
Blue.
Honest mistake. Okay, that's also not something he could do before, or
would
should
it be
have been done
too
before.
much to ask to drop your spell? Because it does not give me a feeling of trust, and I've just been almost assassinated, so being treated like I'm not trustworthy does not feel right.
Well, you have to understand that Brother David was one of our good brothers here, and from my first perspective is that a guest here at our holy church assaulted one of our own. So you must excuse my mistrust in this manner.
Yeah, but I think that you've had time to see my honesty, right? Now.
Yeah, but asking me to stop it now makes me think you want to lie in the conversation that comes next.
Okay, I thought that your brothers were believing in Aedon and in trust and honesty, and I was told that was a good virtue.
Exactly, we don't lie, but you still might.
The sun, so I think since we're both brothers from a different entity, living in the same world on the same sunlight, we should not distrust each other, right?
Yeah, but I don't know you, and I don't know about your oaths. We made a vow to never lie. We have to be honest. It's one of the tenets. But you are not beholden to such holiness.
No, but...
So for now, I will not drop my spell. But I have to acknowledge that you've been speaking the truth so far, and I appreciate that very much. And your cooperation in this manner...
Gathering his papers.
Okay. Your cooperation in this matter is much appreciated. However, as you've clearly deducted yourself, we would have to ask you to leave this place.
Yeah, I was feeling that your hospitality has met its end, so I'm already packing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Danny and Farad both say.
No, you're cool. It's just that this one doesn't trust me, and I have done nothing.
It's not a matter of trust. It's because we have to look after our own here. And your presence here seems to drive one of our brothers mad, and we want to get to the bottom of this, but I think your proximity to him is still causing some distraught.
I turn to him and I say, brother, you should take an example of these other two brothers here, because I have just been assassinated in your temple, and you didn't even apologize for it, but you're casting spells to see if I'm telling the truth. And that doesn't seem like a hospitable thing to do. So I'm just going to leave you now and let it end like here. Farad, Danny, thank you very much for your hospitality.
Welcome, Solwing. We really appreciate all that you told us.
Then I pack my stuff and go.
Okay. You just ignore the other guy now, or?
I just ignore the other guy completely. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you hear him sigh, and if you look at him, you see him nod his head.
I might feel him nodding his head, but I don't see it because I'm not looking back.
Cool.
And then I try to hurry to the old sword.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a lot going on there, because there's all manner of guards outside, standing in an alleyway and in front of the inn, and
wow.
And even when you come up to the inn, then you're actually told to stop. And they ask, "What's your business here?"
I'm meeting up with Sir Gunther and our travel companionship.
You're part of the knight's entourage?
No, I'm not.
They look at each other a bit confused. Then, let me ask again, what are you doing here? Why are you meeting the knight?
The knight asked us to join his travel party to go to Brentwick, and I am one of his traveling companions, but I'm not in his order.
Oh, no, that didn't assume you were in his order. I mean, okay, go inside, it's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you walk inside, you hear the one guy ask the other, "He look like a bird to you?"
If I hear that, I make a very, very small chirp. Almost unhearable, but just to tease them.
Okay. So you come into the common room. There's a bunch of knights there still. Two knights, not knights, sorry, guards. And they look at you, and then they go back into the conversation. What do you do?
I woke up to the bar and asked in which rooms Sir Gunther and Oddleif and Bowin and Sir Thomas are.
What do you ask? I mean, there's been a lot of trouble going around. Evening.
If I'm not mistaken, you should have been informed that me, Solwing, was going to join with them up in the morning.
Okay, out of character, I don't remember. Did you do that?
Nope.
No, I asked, but they didn't know.
Okay.
We don't know this chicken man.
No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of you.
It should have been mentioned by one of the brothers from the Temple of Aedon.
Ah, that is true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He asked one of the brothers to come.
Yeah, but they didn't go.
No,
No, they
they never.
didn't go.
No. Yeah. However you want to spin it, the knight's asleep. He has had a rough time, so I would advise you to either book a room and go to sleep yourself, or take place here in the common room. You're free to sit down anywhere you like.
What do you mean that they had a rough time?
He looks over at the guards.
Are they here
back
because
to you.
of that?
Well, apparently there's some dead bodies going around. And
What? Is
your knight
anybody
friend-
hurt?
I don't know. None of my guests were hurt, but they were hurt, but they're not dead. They're not bodies now. But it seems that they were attacked, and some guys jumped out of the window or something, and there was an owl, and I don't know.
There's
what
always an
happened.
owl.
Nothing. No one wants to tell me anything because the guard have completely taken over here, and I have nothing to say in the whole matter. So I would advise you to keep your head low. Just sit in the corner, book a room. I don't care. But if you don't want any trouble, don't disturb him.
Do you have a lantern for me that I can use? Because it's
Why?
still dark. Or is
It's
really
not
light?
dark inside. It's not really light here, but it's not dark inside. And the hallways are lit.
Yeah, but I need some extra light.
Or?
I'm going to finish my map. If I have to wait.
Yeah, sure. I have a candle or two if you want.
Okay, thank you very much. I take the candles and I take a seat next to the stairs and just...
I mean, the bar is closed, but can I pour you something to drink?
Just some water would be fine.
Sure. And you sit down and he brings you a mug and a can of water. It says on the house.
Oh, thank you. That's very generous.
Well, the guards, you see some guards moving in and about and talking to each other, but you listen in on some conversations they have, and apparently they were attacked by 3 men, all of which are dead now. 2 of them were found dead outside, and 1 of them was still in the room. And yeah, that's all you managed to piece together. The night, your party seems to be okay.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I'm okay. I'm just going to wait for them to wake up.
All right, and then it's morning, and everyone wakes up without being attacked anymore.
Wow.
How does that feel, right? Yeah.
Did we get a full night rest, or is this is our?
No, actually you did not, but I'm gonna let you have a long rest. That's okay.
Thank you.
We slept in the morning a bit, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm actually how long you want to sleep in, because if it's too long, then I'm going to knock on your door.
It's 11:10 in the real world. I don't know if we want.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I
maybe we should.
Forever, but...
Yeah. Same. I was. Time really got away from me there. No, I think we should finish the after session here then.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to our breakfast.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to attack you now.
What we're going to talk about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Breakfast is going to be, interesting.
I think so too.
Yeah, so everyone, thanks for watching and joining us on this adventure.
Just 1 other hour. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
I could go another hour, but no, it's not what we agreed upon. That's
true.
It's time.
True.
Well, we're playing half an hour longer anyway, so yeah. But it was fun, right?
It was.
Right, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, that was almost an entire session of combat.
Yeah, you guys took a while, but future will speed things up a little bit.
It was a
I think.
weird one.
Yeah, right.
There's some character things in there. It's like everyone's divided in different rooms, and it was cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, about that, the whole battleground and every asset I've used for that is actually designed by Erik. Erik here. He's made a bunch of backgrounds for me and some assets, and I can build cool maps with that myself. So special shout out to Erik for his wonderful artwork. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Great.
And if you like what you if you liked what you saw here in the stream, this stream will be on VOD, drop as a VOD on Thursday on YouTube, and you can also watch it there. Like and subscribe to our Twitch channel, our YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram, where you can also take a look at the amazing art that Erik designed. of our characters, and in the future also other things like maps and short videos, and maybe short stories, behind the screen photos. So yeah, follow us there, and hope to see you in 2 weeks.
And also watch the awesome videos made by Michel.
Oh, thank you.
And music, of course, the music.
Thank you.
And the music, yeah. And hopefully we'll be announcing the Talking Void thingy soonish. So be sure to watch out for that as well.
Stay tuned.
And maybe send us some things on Instagram or under the YouTube video. We'll answer some questions.
We would love to interact with you guys. So just comment on our Instagram post and our YouTube post and whatever you feel like, and just to start conversations. We would love that. So thank you. See you next time.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Goodbye.
See you all soon.
Bye.
And to end the stream, we have an awesome outro for you. So here goes. See you later.
Bye.